How many times have you ever heard me say, there are ways and there are ways? Well, this time around, I'm going to say, there are days and there are days. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money and More with Jan channel. How's everybody doing today? Hope as always that I find you when you find me and everybody is doing well. I really, really mean it. There are days and there are days. And you want to know something? There are also meals that feel more comfy, cozy. And guess what? It is okay. Whoever put it in our minds about 25 years ago about like running away from comfort food, nonsense, sheer ridiculousness. There are so many joys in life, and one of them is to enjoy the food that you are eating. This is why the good Lord provided us an appetite, teeth to chew with, and a tummy to feel happy with. There you go. Now, of course, everything in moderation and everything within reason. So obviously, you see where I'm going with that. But there's nothing wrong, for example, in enjoying certain things. Did you ever notice? I don't know if you've noticed this, but certain seasons of the year, I just prefer like the food more than others. The foods of this time of the year in the fall are amazing. I love the smell of them. I love the colors of them. I just love, like, what do I mean by that? Like sweet potatoes, for example, the vibrant colors. In the summer, for example, I may turn towards strawberries. Okay, or in the middle of the winter, I may crave a really wonderfully baked potato and put whatever comfort I want to put on top of that baked potato. We have a lot of stress in life. We do. We do. And we cope with it, right? So to have that couple of minutes in your life after a hard day's work, especially now, let's say that a person enjoys to have some fresh homemade split pea soup. That is very comforting and, may I add, extremely inexpensive to make. And it's not so hard to do. So you get one of those bags, they run about a dollar and a half many times. And if you could get it on sale, if you could get it on sale for $1.25, it yields a ton. The texture is warm and cozy. You have enough. To me, a split pea soup is extremely filling. How many of you have noticed that whenever you've tried that? And to make some leftover from stale bread your own, you can make it on your own. Croutons. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to make croutons. You cut up into cubes your stale bread, toast it up, flavor it up, put some nonstick spray, season it up. You could throw it in your air fryer for a couple of minutes. Or let's say that you want a quick bowl of mashed potatoes. You don't have real potatoes left in the house. But wait, the light bulb went off in your head and you realize, wait a minute, I have a few pouches of the already done up, and all you have to do is add hot water. Don't even have to add anything else to it. Am I crazy for thinking that way? No, I am not. Sometimes there are days or nights that you just want a simple hamburger. And I'm telling you, it is very convenient. Some days you just don't want to make it from scratch. You could buy those done up in a bag. They're about $5 or $6. Recently, I got mine on sale for about $4.99, and it's from the company Ballpark Hamburgers. Okay, and they're already frozen, done up. You could get them. They're already cooked, is what I'm trying to say. And you use it as needed. You get 6 in a bag. Not bad. Comes in very handy. You know how I do it? Very, very easily. I just put them in my oven. Whenever I want that kind of a hamburger, you could always do it in your air fryer. But what I like to do is I'll spray some nonstick, right? And I'll put it over aluminum foil and spray nonstick on that. Put that burger on there. I run it for about, I'm trying to remember to make, I don't want to give you the wrong answer. I think it's like 8 minutes on one side and about 6 or 7 minutes on the other. That's how I do it. You can season it up with your favorite seasonings on top. I like to throw in some frozen tater tots. Okay. Comfort meal, no takeout, no tip, extremely, in my opinion, affordable. Sometimes you just want the fast food without the fast food price. And if you're very, careful about your purchases, you could get some really good deals on the frozen foods at your local, grocery store. Okay. Or perhaps maybe you just want that yogurt. Yogurt is very comforting, in my opinion. Make a little yogurt parfait. I know I mentioned it in the past too, but it's just something that people forget about. Let's not forget about chocolate pudding. There are the sugar-free varieties, or you can make it from scratch, or make it from the box, or just buy the one pre-done up. In the summertime, the pre-done up ones, I like to put, you could get them sugar-free. You could put them in the freezer for individual portion control. That's where those come in really handy. And the ultimate comfort food, in my opinion, especially in the chilly weather, of course, is tomato soup paired up with your favorite grilled cheese sandwich. Everybody knows that's like really a very good favorite. And the interesting thing about the grilled cheese sandwich, you could do it up and make it fancy schmancy. You could add some bacon to it, bacon and tomato, thinly put onto your grilled cheese, as you make it, and have that soup going, or whatever flavor thing that you want to do with your soup. Doesn't always have to be tomato soup, or even it's just that bowl of soup. For example, I noticed that there was a recipe. It was barely mentioned quickly on TV on one of those quick ads someplace for sweet potato soup. Now, I happen to love fresh sweet potatoes or yams. Okay. I could just like sit down and just eat that for the whole meal. I'm not even kidding you, but I never tried it before. But it sounds like a very simple method in all probability, and I'll look it up to make sweet potato soup with fresh sweet potatoes. But it's also very convenient, not quite the same, but it's very convenient to buy those frozen sweet potato French fry style. They're really, really good, especially for people who love, love, love sweet potatoes. So I say to myself, yes, why not have a little bit of comfort in your food? I don't know. I don't know who, tried to destroy that method, or this is why a lot of people walk around feeling guilty if they bite into a hamburger. That is sheer nonsense. Of course, anything in life in excess is never great. And there goes the bird clock, and it is 7 a.m. the week prior. So I'm just saying, especially this time of the year, I don't mind grabbing a hot chocolate right now, putting a few, well, maybe more than a few marshmallows on the top. That is special. There you go. All right, everybody, take good care of yourself and your amazing family. And thank you so very much for being here. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.